Hello everyone. So this video is going to be about plasma and plasma proteins. So what are the questions that can be asked? Question mainly that can be asked is the functions of plasma proteins, and sometimes MCQs are asked, okay? So functions of plasma proteins that can be asked, and okay, what are the topics covered in this video? So plasma and its constituents, plasma versus serum, origin of the plasma proteins, and functions of plasma proteins. And at the end of the video, uh, I have arranged few MCQs. So to test how much you can recall. So first of all, beginning with plasma and plasma proteins. Okay, so plasma mein there are proteins which are albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. So I just want you to remember these values क्योंकि ये values these are also important with respect to your biochemistry. Okay, so biochemistry practicals में you have to remember total protein का how much it is present in the body. So it is 6 to 8 grams per dl. As you can see, albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, which are your plasma proteins, उसमें maximum albumin है, which is 3.5 to 5 grams per dl. Then is globulin, which is 2 to 3.5. Another important thing is कि albumin is to globulin का ratio is asked. So you can say either 2:1 or 1.7 say 2:1, okay? 1.7 to 2 is the range, is to 1. As you can see, albumin is more. Then globulin, then fibrinogen is 0.2 to 0.45 grams per dl. Okay, so now we'll begin actually constituents of plasma ka. Plasma and its constituents we'll see. So plasma, how much percentage of blood was it occupying? It was occupying 55% of the blood. 55% of the blood. Plasma, what is plasma? It's a protein rich fluid. Okay, so as we are saying, it is a protein rich fluid. So what are the proteins? These are the albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, right? Okay, now blood was occupying how much percentage of your body weight? Blood was occupying 8% तुम्हारा body weight का, right? Plasma on the other hand 4 to 5% of body weight it will occupy. Then now constituents of plasma. अब this तो you know कि proteins बहुत we are focusing, so proteins are a constituent, but in a better way to say, you can say that plasma is a protein rich fluid and it's made up of water, organic molecules and inorganic molecules. Okay, so better framing I am telling कि plasma is made up of water, organic molecules and inorganic molecules. अभी सबका percentage you say. वाटर कितना परसेंट है प्लाज्मा का? तो प्लाज्मा में प्लाज्मा इज मैक्सिमम वाटर ओनली, इट इज 92% इज वाटर. देन 7% प्रोटीन्स है विच आर एल्बुमिन, ग्लोबुलिन एंड फिब्रिनोजन. सो 7% प्रोटीन्स है एंड 1% अदर सॉल्यूट्स है. सो हम लोग ने सबसे पहले व्हाट डिड वी से कि प्लाज्मा इज मेड अप ऑफ वाटर. ओके, सो 92%. ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स. ओके, तो ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स में क्या क्या आता है? ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स में सी प्लाज्मा प्रोटीन्स भी आते हैं विच आर कॉलॉइड्स एंड ग्लूकोज, लिपिड्स, यूरिया एंड यूरिक एसिड भी आते हैं. तो 7% प्रोटीन है, सिर्फ प्रोटीन है. एंड इनऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स में आयंस आते हैं, सारे अनायंस और कटायंस आते हैं. 7% प्रोटीन है, 92% वाटर है, तो सिर्फ 1% है जो कि सी प्लाज्मा प्रोटीन तो हो गया ना. सो व्हाट ऑल इज लेफ्ट इज योर दीज आयंस आर लेफ्ट एंड योर क्रिस्टलॉइड्स, ग्लूकोज, लिपिड, यूरिया, यूरिक एसिड आर लेफ्ट. सो ये सब ओनली 1% कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे प्लाज्मा का. सो 92% वाटर, 7% प्रोटीन्स. एंड प्रोटीन्स क्या है? Proteins are organic, so they are organic, and 1% other solutes जिसमें तुम्हारे आयंस आएंगे which are inorganic, प्लस ऑर्गेनिक का ये ग्लूकोज, लिपिड, यूरिया वाला पार्ट आएगा. so, इतना. बट इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट कि रिमेंबर कि इनऑर्गेनिक में आयंस है एंड ऑर्गेनिक में क्या है? colloids में plasma protein and crystalloids में glucose, lipid, urea and uric acid. Okay, so अगर तुमको colloids and crystalloids नहीं समझे हैं, so colloids basically क्या होते हैं, ये large molecules and as you can see plasma proteins has been written. So colloids large molecules होते हैं, meaning they cannot cross the capillary membranes and hence वो water को attract करते हैं अपनी तरफ, क्योंकि proteins will have charges, no, so that will attract water. And colloids are large molecules, so they cannot cross the capillary membranes. Whereas जो crystalloids होते हैं, these are small molecules, they can cross the capillary membranes. So उसमें आते हैं glucose, lipids, urea and uric acid. Okay, so this was about colloids, crystalloids. Next I want you to pay attention is plasma versus serum. अबे ये तो जनरली सबको ही पता होगा कि सीरम इज प्लाज्मा माइनस क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स. ओके, ये तो ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन रिमेंबर्स दिस. ओके, बट व्हाट डज दिस मीन? डज दिस मीन कि अगर तुमको सीरम चाहिए सो यू रिमूव प्लाज्मा में से क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स? डू यू फिजिकली रिमूव देम? नो. प्लाज्मा, okay, so serum is plasma minus clotting factors, so plasma will have serum as well as clotting factors. और प्लाज्मा को तुमने अलाउ किया टू क्लॉट. when the plasma is allowed to clot, तो सारे क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स जो है वो यूज्ड अप हो जाएंगे. मोस्ट ऑफ द क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स विल बी यूज्ड अप. सो फिब्रिनोजन वगैरह क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स यूज हो जाएंगे क्लॉटिंग में, और फिर वट एवर यू गेट दैट इज योर सीरम. सो सीरम इज द प्लाज्मा विच व्हेन इज अलाउड टू क्लॉट, सो हेंस द क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स विल बी यूज्ड अप and the byproduct which you will get after clotting, that will be your serum. Okay, so you don't remove clotting factors, rather plasma को तुम allow करोगे तो to clot, so तुमको serum मिलेगा. and if you remember in my blood का video, हमने प्लाज्मा को कैसे सेपरेट किया था in that tube. वो ट्यूब कौन सी ट्यूब थी? वो ट्यूब थी एंटीकोएगुलेंट ट्यूब, राइट? वाई एंटीकोएगुलेंट ट्यूब? क्योंकि अगर तुमने एंटीकोएगुलेंट ट्यूब नहीं यूज किया, प्लाज्मा विल क्लॉट एंड फिर वॉट एवर यू विल गेट दैट विल बी योर सीरम एंड नॉट प्लाज्मा. क्योंकि प्लाज्मा में क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स है, सो फॉर द इनएक्टिवेशन ऑफ द क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स यू नीड एन एंटीकोएगुलेंट ट्यूब. ओके, सो आई होप कि प्लाज्मा वर्सेस सीरम इज ऑल्सो क्लियर. सो डिफरेंशिएशन पॉइंट में यू कैन राइट इज plasma is serum plus clotting factors and serum is plasma when allowed to clot. Okay, this can be your first point. The second point which you can write is plasma has fibrinogen, clotting factors are right, and this does not have fibrinogen, it is absent. Third point which you can write is serum is used for biochemical tests. Why biochemical test में serum use करोगे? Suppose you have to measure bilirubin, okay, ALT, ST, liver के enzymes, so you will use serum. Serum will be a better option rather than your plasma, क्योंकि plasma will have clotting factors which will interrupt with तुम्हारे bilirubin के values, right? and plasma कब use करोगे? अगर तुमको कुछ coagulation related studies करने हैं, so you will use plasma. Okay, so these 3 points can be written. Okay, so what all we have done is we have done plasma and its constituents. We're done with plasma versus serum. Now we'll do origin of plasma proteins. Okay, so plasma proteins, in the origin you can write that plasma proteins are mainly derived from the liver except one protein. Okay, so first of all we'll make a note of what all were the proteins, right? So the proteins were your albumin, okay, globulin. Globulin में you will have alpha, beta and gamma globulins, and then there is your fibrinogen. Okay, so these were your plasma proteins. So what did I say कि mainly plasma proteins का origin हो रहा है from the liver. So किस किस का origin हो रहा है? Albumin का हो रहा है, alpha globulin, beta globulin and fibrinogen का हो रहा है. So which protein is left now? The protein left is your gamma globulin. Gamma globulin का origin हो रहा है from the immune system. Okay, immune system. Basically gamma globulin क्या है? Gamma globulin is your immunoglobulin, meaning it is an antibody. So gamma globulin में immune system में who is synthesizing it? So it is synthesized by your B cells, okay? It is synthesized by your B cells and plasma cells. So liver का कौन कौन कर रहा था? Albumin liver में बन रहा था alpha globulin, beta globulin and fibrinogen. Immune system what is being synthesized? That is your gamma globulin. Who is synthesizing it? B cells and plasma cells. What are your plasma cells? Abhi plasma cells is an alien term for you, right? So plasma cells क्या होते हैं? See, B cells जब भी if an antigen has come into your body, okay, so B cell will recognize that a foreign body has come inside your body, but B cell is not having enough capability to make many antibodies. So B cells will get activated, and these activated B cells are your plasma cells, which will make antibodies. Okay, so basically B cells में इतनी कैपेबिलिटी नहीं है कि एंटीबॉडीज सिंथेसाइज कर सके. So the activated B cells are known as your plasma cells, which will make antibodies against the antigen. Okay, so इससे clinical point what you can understand is कि जब भी liver disease हुआ, so albumin, alpha globulin, beta globulin, fibrinogen के values में they will become deficient. Okay, क्योंकि liver की functioning में there is going to be some kind of problem. So okay, further you will understand, but I'm telling you कि liver disease हुआ, so hence edema can occur, because edema albumin से it is having a relation. Okay, so albumin liver से होता है, so liver disease हुई तो albumin की deficiency से क्या होता है? edema. So edema can occur in case of a liver disease, and immunodeficiency rise तो फिर gamma globulins number will differ. Okay, क्योंकि immune system is synthesizing your gamma globulin. Okay, so we're done with your we are done with plasma and its constituents. Plasma was the serum and origin of plasma proteins. Okay, so it is already a 12-minute video is what I can see. So plasma protein and functions, we'll do it in another video. That is a high yield topic, okay, because questions can be asked from that. And वो video के end में you will have a few questions, 2 to 3 questions, which are some important, which are covering some important points. Okay, it has been asked in your university exams as well. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Meet you in the second part of the plasma proteins video. Okay, thanks for watching.